I put this one as a sleeper because at the time when this happened in 93, there wasn't a lot of hype about it, right? If you were a hardcore fan at the time and you were in school and the kids were, did you see the Royal Rumble last night? Yeah, they kind of talked about it. But when it comes to like how iconic, quote unquote, some of these matches are, this isn't up there with the iconic matches. But in my opinion, it really is. There's a flow to this match that to me is just unbelievable. It doesn't stand out as much now because the speed of matches today is so much faster. But in 1993, this was like a match on fast forward. This was crazy. And the psychology was there with Scott Hall being the bigger guy, able to keep up with Bret. Bret's out here wrestling, and they're just high impact, just move after move after move. And I know people are gonna hear that and they'll watch it and go, "This is fast for 1993." This was incredibly well paced. They just moved, and the bumps and that finish with Bret being on his belly. And all of a sudden, he just starts moving legs around. And you're like, what the fuck is he doing? And he just gets up and oh shit, he's got him in the hold. He's got him in the sharp shoulder. That's it. Look, see, that's what happened. He's a winner. He's a winner. Bret and Razor Ramon. And you talked about John being solid. Did you see Scott Hall in 1993? That motherfucker was a brick house. That motherfucker was in shape, my boy. Bret, no slouch, but Scott Hall, 6'5", statuesque, brown skin, son. No homo. The boy was looking great. He's looking solid, okay? And you know what? All of the praise that went to Scott Hall during that time, it's still to this day kind of upsetting. He was never a world champion. To this day, that there's a lot of people that are just like, oh, who's the greatest wrestler that never win a world title? You always hear names like Mr. Perfect, which I don't think is fair because I think he was AWA champion at one point. There's a couple of names. Scott Hall never being WWF champion. That's tough. In that age where they were experimenting with people.
It's a strong era, though, man.
I mean, the new generation era. Bret was strong for sure. You can make an argument he might have been a better choice than Diesel. Diesel having the Big Daddy Cool Diesel having that run in 95. I mean, it was good, but I mean, Scott was special, man. Scott was so good. He was so goddamn good. Bret, and I know people in the comments are gonna kill that. What? Big Daddy Cool at the time? He was over, man. He was the man. I know, but Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. Oh my God. With the stupid shit like the beginning of that match, Bret Hart puts the glasses on the fucking kid in the front row and gets in the ring and does the whole deal. They get ready to start the match. Razor Ramon takes out the toothpick and hits the kid in the fucking face with the fucking toothpick. That's some MJF shit.
Disrespectful, dude.
Disrespect. What did you see here? What did you like, dislike?
So it's funny that you said
on my list. Like,
huh?
You don't have to like the match. You don't have to like the match specifically because I had it on the list. If there's ever a match that we come up with that you really didn't like, you could just say you
think I'm gonna just fucking like something because you have it on the list? I look for shit to kill. You kidding me? I don't want to come on here and agree. You kidding me? That's not what's getting the views. No, but seriously, like this one, when you started pointing out that it was like kind of like your sleeper, but you know, you put it out at 14, it's not 20. And I think that's a decent spot for it because I do agree with you compared to the other matches on this list, even the one kind of before it. I don't want to use I want to say the intensity wasn't the same as the other ones, but I hesitate to use that word because there was intensity here, but I think this was more like a class on working. Like these dudes worked. Like I noticed your knee's messed up. Now I'm working your knee. I slid him into the post. I slid Bret into the post. He hit his ribs. He started working his ribs. Like the whole like they're just chipping. Like at one point, it really felt like they both had HP bars over their head. Like I could see the damage dwindling away on both of them to where like they were doing crazy shit throughout the match. It was a very, very, very textbook kind of like class, a class on like how to work someone down to get your finisher off. And that seems to be like a continuous theme. I think my buddy mentioned this the other day that he saw something where people were like, finishers aren't finishers anymore. I guess he heard it on a podcast or something. Right. So finishers aren't finishers anymore. Like we just kick out of finishers all the time. There's no such thing as a finisher. And just kind of watching these, and I'm like, man, I'll tell you what, I kind of don't like watching this shit because there are many reasons why this shit is making me hate this shit today. Like I was sitting there watching this and I'm like, I get why loyalists bitch because the product is just different. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm not going to say that. Right. But it's very obvious, and one of my complaints that I'm on here bitching about all the time is how everything is fucking telegraphed. No one's in the spot. No one dazes their way into position. They just get there and then they're like, and they're like this, and they're waiting for it, or whatever the case may be. And you see a lot of that in this match and a lot of other matches where they're in their spot. They're hit. They're trying to fight back up, and they're in the spot, and then the attack happens, and it's like it's fluid. It's moving. I'm watching a fight. I'm not watching someone stand there and taunt and wait for 10 seconds for you to turn around so I can you know what I mean? Like it just stood out like a sore thumb to me. So this one, I agree, it wasn't nearly as intense as the rest of the stuff, but it was just. When you're watching this, you're learning something, especially if you want to get into the business. Watch this, try to mimic this in your matches because you buy into it. They both got their ass kicked in this match.
They absolutely both got, and Bret, of course, coming away. That was his first pay-per-view title defense, which is crazy after winning the championship.